Ladies and gentlemen, welcome at KVK Racing Network with yet another race. We're going to be here with the Chapman Environment Services Racing Revolution. Mouthful, but enjoying it a lot. And I'm not going to do this by myself. I'm glad that I have a co-reporter over here, Kevin Orlando. Welcome to the booth.
Glad to be here, buddy.
It's going to be a crazy race. We're going to do this together. I know you're going to be in the car. I have no idea how you're going to do that, but good luck with that. Any expectations for this race?
It's going to be a tight one. If you look at the qualifying times throughout the whole field, it's pretty close, so it should be some pretty good racing, and I just expect a lot of short track tempers to get out here tonight.
Nice. Well, let's not forget that this race is sponsored through Honor Flight Network, and I think you are one of the initiator to actually do that. I read a little bit about it on the websites. It's about veterans and giving them a great day. Am I correct in that?
Pretty much. It's about getting them and having them travel out to locations where they're going to be doing ceremonies and stuff, really getting them the recognition they deserve. You know, we have a lot of different charities and stuff out there that go through the whole process for, you know, wounded veterans and, you know, those who gave their life and the ultimate sacrifice, and all that is fantastic, but very often I feel like there's a lot of I don't know what the words for it, but we tend to forget about those who, you know, served and came back and, you know, or maybe were lucky enough not to come back with an injury or something. So
awesome. Well, really appreciate that that you do that, and I think it's a great cause. Want to have a quick before we start, because I already see that we're going ahead. James Loveland on that first row. Congratulations for him. Rob Rader a little bit further back, number 3, and then you, of course, Kevin, on the number 5th position. Gonna be exciting. I'm gonna have a quick look if we can see what's going on. Yes, and we're gonna see that we're gonna go to that racing line. Oh, we have another lap? Oh, we have another lap.
yeah, short tracks, we end up with 2 laps to get everyone situated.
I'm good to go on that one, because I was a little bit worried that they were already going, but we're gonna have a new way of starting. Kevin, it's gonna be a starting zone.
Yeah, so in the past we did use the restart zone as good as we could, but there was no iRacing side moderation of that. So it was all just done by eye, kind of visually, and we'd have to look and kind of police it ourselves. iRacing just implemented it, and we tested it yesterday, and we're about to find out just how good it works tonight.
All right, well, good luck. I won't disturb you right at this start. We are seeing that they're coming in, and they're actually going into that zone now. And we do see the green flag going on, and that's the first time that we're going off in this second race here at Richmond. Awesome to see that they're starting, and it looks like James Loveland already is just right on that exit. Has a really good run. I see Rob Rader immediately looking on the inside. Nice to see them all driving quite steady. A little bit further back, they're going too wide on the moment. But it looks like James Loveland really gets a nice run, and it's now Rob Rader on that second position, who takes the second one away from Trevor Earhart. And behind there is Ted Rikic. And then it's Kevin Orlando, and Kevin Orlando is now there really close up. Is he going to make a move over there on the outside, or is just going to run together with him?
I got nothing yet.
No, it is difficult to get that going, but...
Yeah, it takes a little bit. Yesterday in the practice session, the outside line came in, but it takes a little bit to get up there. Right now, it's just kind of letting everything settle and see where it falls.
Yeah, I think settling is the right word. You do see most of the people are now getting in one line over to the track. Oh, and here we do see Grant Thorpe going on the inside now of the number 4. That is Blake Cook, who can't hold that and is losing now a position right over there. And still, it's James Loveland who is really ahead now, nearly a second on Rob Rader. And that Rikic, who is going to fight over there with Trevor Earhart. They're going side by side, and I think Trevor is losing it over there just on that outside. And that seems to be a theme over here. If you're on the outside, you're losing position.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's the opposite of what we were seeing in the practice session yesterday. But again, the track is driving completely different. It'll be interesting to see how that develops throughout the race.
And look at this, people. Kevin immediately takes that advantage of getting the news from the broadcast and is now also taking that position from Trevor Earhart. He's really dropping back. While we see the 24 in the back, Nick Els is losing, was hitting the wall over there, but I think he's okay. Luckily, no more damage, but it's now the 54 that is there fighting hard. Logan Romney. And again, victim is Trevor Earhart, who's dropping now even further back. We do see that Daryl Johnson has crashed, but so far no flags going out, so seems to work okay. And while I say that, Loveland is now. Well, can we still see? Can Rob Raider still see him?
It looks like he might be about holding the gap where it is. Although I'm showing still about a second.
Yeah, it is really. It's Kevin. You need to fill that hole and see if we can get closer to that, because that would make this an interesting fight. But there are a lot of people behind you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going as fast as I can right now. I don't have too much more, but just happy to be holding in the top 5 as I overdrive turn 1 here.
Now we see Blake Cook has to defend over here a little bit. And Jacob Surkovic is right behind him. We've seen this driver in any car, is always quite nice in these races, and see if he can move anything up. Currently 2 positions up from his part. He's 13th. Let's get a little bit of an overview. Look at this. James Orland is even extending it more, and Rob Raider has difficulties to come by. Everybody thought Rob Raider was the guy to beat. He's won the first race, of course, the championship in different leagues. And yeah, he is now the one that is making the second gap to Ted Rikic. And then it's Kevin Orlando together with Trevor Earhart is also coming back. That's nice to see that. And then there's that fight going on with Nick Els and Logan Romney. Logan Romney takes that inside line, so I'm curious to see if that now still works. And it does work. And it's now right behind him, the number 77 Grant Thorpe that is actually has to hold off Parker Johnson. It's funny to see, there's a lot of things happening on this track. We still are just 14 laps away, but again, we do already see quite some things happening around.
Yeah, absolutely, and the tires are already starting to change. The wear's definitely starting to set in, so we're already starting to see who's feeling the effects of driving the tires off it early here.
And when do you think the first pit stops will come? When is the first pit window open?
For me, with tires-wise, I see it really opening around lap 30. I don't want to take tires sooner than that, but I'm really not planning on pitting under green.
No, and currently we do see that everybody's quite nicely to each other, so you might have to think about a pit stop strategy under green. And while I say that, we do have a quick look how you're doing over here. We see that Logan Romney is really looking on that inside line and is taking that inside line as well. And now immediately it's the 24, Nick Els, who is back on his position, dropped a little bit, but now is actually going side by side over there. Yeah, Kevin Orlando is really making it work now. And it's also the 24, and oh, we hit the wall, and the 25 is now looking as well. Oh, and there goes Orlando getting to the outside. It's not a yellow. Oh no.
Just a bump.
Just a bump. Well, we saw the bump going on, and luckily you can hold on to Nick Els. We know him as a quick driver. He will carry on and make sure that we can...
We got a caution somewhere else, not to interrupt you. It looks like the 8 cars involved in turn 3 there, the 39 and maybe the 83.
Well, let's have a quick look what exactly is going on over there. Oh, we saw the 39 actually just missing the corner, and really nicely done from the 8th. And then it is actually Scott Niggers that crashed right in there, but Ryan Twyman came out quite nicely. Not much going on, a little bit of a slide, and nice recovery from everybody, but that does mean that we're going into our first yellow.
And it looks like pretty much everyone's going to be coming down for pit stop. I'm going to expect if they're coming down, they're taking tires because they don't need fuel.
Well, I can help you with that because we can have a quick look how they go. Everybody is going into the pit. No surprise to see it over there. And we do see some cars going up and then going down, and that means they're getting all new tires. Look at this, the whole Chapman Environment Services Racing Revolution teams are in. Amazing to see that, and they're all out. And no, Rob Raider was trying to get quick out, but it is Loveland who takes that position, that first position, and can now control that restart again. Is that important, Kevin?
Absolutely. I mean, having control of that restart really gives you that opportunity to come out with an advantage there. I definitely wish I could have that opportunity, but we'll see maybe later in the race here.
Yeah, oh, that was a little bit too much time, Kevin, because now we see that everybody has come in front of you. And
yeah, I picked up a little bit of damage there in that scuffle. I figure it's early in the race yet, so I might as well fix it while I can, work my way back through the field.
Best tactic that I've heard so far. I think that's the working one. It is so long to go, and yeah, anything to game for. But James Loveland gotta be feeling good now. You know, has done this now is a couple of laps and was never really in danger. Could easily run away, but I'm curious if he can do that again, because now it's Rob Raider that's going to be right beside him. We know Rob Raider is a good starter. He's shown us in that previous league where he always was quite well in that. And we see, of course, Earhart. Look at that. Earhart actually, I think he made a move in the pit. I'm not sure, but he moved up quite a bit.
Yeah, they're okay. Really good in the pits on that Earhart team. I don't know what it is. He always seems to get those quickest pit stops in and out. He hits the box perfect. So, I mean, hopefully I didn't just curse him there, but
oh, is that what you want to go into the booth? Well, I do want to have a quick look at Dylan Picklesheimer, if I say that correctly, Kevin. But
yeah, right as far as I know.
All right. Well, he's currently our hard charger. He's 7 positions up, currently 10th over there, the number 88. Great to see that. And here we go again. And it is James Loveland who, again, takes a really good line. But it is Rob Raider who actually now is on that outside line. And then probably Ted Rakic is going to take that advantage.
We got a car spinning. I don't know if he got collected. We got that spinning from the 88 going into turn 1 there on new fresh tires.
Oh, and that was a caution again. And look at this. We're going to have a quick look, see what actually happens.
Oh, that's your guy Dylan that you were just talking about.
Well, are you going to blame me over there? Because it
might be my fault for bringing up the commenter's curse to begin with, so.
He just did it all by himself, and luckily no one hit him. So actually no more damage, nothing done. We can just do a restart. Everything is good.
Well, that's good to hear. As without the fast repair here, you know, cautions, while it does create opportunities for strategy and whatnot, that means someone's going to have a little bit of a rough time later on in the race.
Yeah, you hate to see it, but I do think Rob Raider is not going to be that happy. He actually lost the position to Ted Rakic on that run, and is now on the 3rd position, so is now going to be right behind James Loveland. Maybe not even that bad, because that's why I exactly lost that position. Ted was on that inside line. We see Parker Johnson, currently 5th position, is actually 5 positions up from where he started. You love to see it. Oh, we do actually see still people going in, including Kevin, Blake Cook, Ryan Twyman, all are into the pit. Or all getting out of the pit again. Probably some quick repairs. Is your car now completely finished, Kevin?
Yeah, it's as fixed as it's gonna be. Again, without the fast repairs, you know, you don't get that full reset. Hopefully it was just all cosmetic. The car still feels fine, but trying to just fix it while we can here early into going and work our way through the field later on.
Wow, yeah. We're 26 laps away and still a lot of laps, although of course you need to be a little bit careful saying that, because apparently that tracks some yellow flags over here. But the lights are... The lights still on? The lights are still on.
Yeah, we still got a few to go under caution here.
I do have to say, Kevin, thank you for joining us here in the booth. Didn't expect to have somebody in the car and doing the broadcast, but have you done any streaming before? Are you familiar with it? Because for me personally, if I am driving the car, I can't think of anything else.
I haven't done it from in the car before. I did it a few years ago. I used to broadcast for a modified league, so I mean the short track kind of works out. Strategy is a little bit different in that car, but that's pretty much it. From there, I've just been racing.
Nice. Well, it's great to have you up here. It's always nice to talk to somebody at least. But I can definitely understand that you need to focus now, because it is the 12th position that you're on, with Grant Thorpe right behind, in front of you, and then I think that's Kane Lee that I see driving over there. Currently one position down, is on that 10th position, and then we see Jacob Surkovic, 9th position, really doing well. It's 6 positions up from where he started. I think we're gonna get into our last round before we actually start. The lights are out, so that is a good sign.
Going green next time, bye. I'm already seeing I'm not the only one with damage on my car, so I think it should be an interesting race.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice to see. But here we're gonna see. Look at that replay. Look at that start from Loveland. Goes really well, but it is now Rakic who actually is a little bit ahead of Raider.
Oh, look, we got another wreck going on.
And we got another crash, but and it is the number 13 who actually is shocked by everything and is crashing himself out. Wow, it's now getting really ugly over here.
I wonder what happened there. It almost looked from my angle. It might have been 3 wide for a second.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think there's that much happened. We're gonna have a quick look, see if we can see anything, but I think it was the 13 who crashed himself out just in the first lap, completely in the first corner. And the 24 and 54 were a little bit dicey, but no big crash. It was really the 13. And maybe something happened after that. I'm not 100% sure. We're going to have a quick look.
Yeah, that's he was just saying that he's lucky he doesn't think anyone hit him. He didn't get hit after the spin. He doesn't know exactly what broke the car loose like that, but happy to still have a car to drive.
Exactly. Well, great to hear that's possible. Yet another caution. We're only 30 laps in, so yeah. What are you doing? Are you still gonna pit, or are you actually gonna go out? I think that's a tough call, but James Loveland is gonna stay out.
Yeah, I think pretty much everyone's gonna stay out. This kind of works into our favor a little bit. That pit stop was a little bit earlier than I wanted to come in and take tires. So with these caution laps here, it's gonna really make up for that.
Well, I do want to make the joke that Daryl Johnson actually just received the yellow flag, or the yellow dog. So congratulations on that one. Always a big celebration here at Cav. If we get that yellow dog.
Looks like he's gonna be the one that comes around. I think we're gonna have everyone back on the lead lap here now. So.
Yeah, we do see Trevor Earhart still checking his car into the pit. Is not sure if everything's okay. Wants to make sure that that he gets all that damage done. As you said, we're so long in this race that yeah, you need to have that all in here.
Yeah, and it's definitely better to take those repairs early on in the race than wait until the end of it when you realize that car's not driving. It's a little bit of a unique perspective here, I guess, for broadcast, because me being in the race, I got the race radio going on. I got some drivers in here talking about the damage on their cars, and it sounds like pretty much the whole field is damaged already.
Oh, that's great to hear that. Yeah, normally we don't put the radio on. Always a little bit afraid of the emotions of our drivers over there, but it's great to see that at least everybody has a little bit of damage. I do have to say I haven't seen Loveland making any mistakes currently. He's been 33 laps on the pole position and is really yeah, one of the favorites currently. I'm curious to see how long he can hold that. Currently third caution here out. Not much happening. Too many big crashes. Just some slides. Everybody could avoid them. I don't think there's much big damages. Will of course people will have some light damage. Always have an excuse to say why you're a little bit slower than everybody else. But it looks all clean up here.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing down here, the car, you know, it scrapes on the side, damage from hitting the wall, bouncing off other cars, but it looks like pretty much minimal for the most part. Except for I'm looking at the back of that 54 from here right now, and he's got a little bit of damage. That rear spoiler might upset the car a little bit in the turns, but I guess we'll see when we go green here.
Oh, we see the number 9. What happens with the number 9 over there? Sam Taylor is actually getting turned around and is now... Oh, I think the bells goes off. He hits the 93. This is really... the gloves are off. And this is weird because we're actually also having a restart. Well,
yeah, now they called off a restart.
After that one. Oh, the caution is out because there was some fighting in the back, and I think that was a real fight going on. Let's have a quick look what exactly happened.
Yeah, it's always weird when stuff goes on under caution.
And I don't exactly know what happened. Let's have.
Sounds like the word is netcode. The 9 car blinked, and when he blinked back, he was inside of the 13, and it just resulted in that spin there.
Well, then, let's have a quick look about that, because, oh, and that's exactly what happened. Trevor Earhart couldn't do anything about that. It was suddenly Sam Taylor that came back, and that's why the accident actually started. Yeah, we did suspect some people will blink out. I didn't think it was going to be Sam Taylor, but too bad to see that. It does mean that Sam Taylor is going back into the pit, and it's now I also see Ryan Twyman actually going into the pit.
Yeah, it looks like this might work out for them.
Yeah, is he on a different strategy? I do see he's only taking fuel, so no new tires for him.
We're actually racking up to get going now. Actually, we're going to shorten this caution.
Well, that's going to be Ryan Twyman will have to drive 14 seconds away before that goes. And we also see someone. Yeah, the line is going off. James Loveland is going to take that one. Well, we still see some people coming back, but it's now actually James Loveland all by himself. There's no one beside him. It's Ted Rakic and Rob Rader that's going in for that second spot, and it's now Ted Rakic that seems to get the overhand, but I do think Rob Rader on that inside has a better line, and he will get out of there a little bit more. On the back, everything seems to be going fine. It's still everybody going side by side. Kevin is currently in that 10th position, fighting there with Blake Cook, and behind him, in front of him is Kane Lee and Grant Thorpe. And here goes the number 4, Blake Cook is fighting over there, is trying to see if he can make that inside line, but Kevin holds him back over there. It's tight fighting over there, but it's all the way through, actually through James Loveland. James Loveland is just doing the same thing as he did in that first run, is really immediately trying to take a lead. And it's now Rakic and Raider that are fighting over there. Raider takes that inside line, will cost a little bit more of his tires, but can hold that inside line and can hopefully come back. And oh, it was Ted nearly going out, but can hold that car. Will lose a lot of momentum and is now also losing that position to Logan Romney, who actually can pass him. And it's Parker Johnson and Jacob Surkovic who are right behind there, who are all still in this pack going along.
It's definitely getting a little bit dicey. We're anxious to get some green flag racing done, but no one's willing to give an inch, so it should be interesting throughout the night.
Yeah, this is very interesting to see this racing. Looking a little bit further back, Ryan Twyman. Yeah, he was quickly in his strategy to go into the pit, but that is not working out for him so far. He's now 8 seconds behind. And I think that's just because he did have a really, really bad start. Trevor Earhart, currently 11 positions down, was on that second position in that podium spot and is now on position 13 all the way back and is really looking backwards because Nick Elfs is coming right behind him.
Yeah, definitely lucky it's early in the race. A lot of opportunities still left to make up those positions, but real unfortunate to see Trevor in that spin there right out from the front of the pack.
Yeah, well, luckily he is still in a big pack and everything still to play for. And while we're looking here at Ted Rakic, who was a long time in second position, is now dropped back to that fourth position and is trying to see if he can go back to Romney. But I think he needs to look back for Johnston, because it is Parker Johnston who now is coming to see if he can actually hold on to there. Currently fifth position, 7 positions up. And if you think that's great, well, Jacob Surkovic right behind him is actually 9 positions up. So those guys are making big ass steps in this early in this race. Early in this race, we're now nearly one third away. So we do get to see a little bit more action going on. But while I say that, we do see that James Loveland is up here, trying to see if he can overtake that number 9 car, Sam Taylor. But that's not going that easy. He does take the time right now, but it will actually make Rob Raider coming completely back into that race, if he can hold on to that. Look at this, Rob goes really close into that wall. Nearly hits it, but makes it really nicely and actually gets a little bit closer. And if you look in the back, you do see, because that's Taylor right behind him, and then there's a big gap between him, and then it's Rakic over there. And when you look a little bit further, then you see Parker Johnson, and Parker Johnson is now in a big fight over there with 54. But I think Logan keeps it over there, so that's nice working from them. And a little bit further back, we see Ryan Twyman fighting with Adam Bowden. And Bowden took that inside line, but I think he lost a little bit of momentum, and Ryan Twyman comes straight up. I think it's time for them to work together and see if they can actually pick up Dylan Pickelheimer, who is driving in front of him. He is losing the pack with Nick Elfs, Blake Cook and Trevor Earhart, so... And that's a big group. And that's basically the group till... Logan Romney. Look at that. And Logan is currently on that 4th position. Right behind there is the big fight going on. Look at that, the 77. Oh,
a lot of movement back here. What you're starting to see is the outside line starting to actually be a little bit more viable. It's just so hard to get the run out of the turn on the inside, so people are starting to be able to make moves.
And that's always good to see that. And we do see that the 25 is taking that inside now over there. And he isn't gaining that much, so you're maybe right on that. He's actually losing over there, and the 39 is now coming in over there. It's Negas who tries to see if he can take that position. While I say that, he actually drops from Earhart.
Yeah, mix that with starting to get the tire wear really showing here at this point of the stage. It's going to be definitely starting to heat up here.
Yeah, I'm looking here currently at 48. Parker Johnson, and he's constantly still on that inside line. He's really trying to see if he can catch Jacob Circovich, and it does work. So that inside line is not broken yet, because he does take that, and it nearly goes 3 right with Grant Thorpe and Jacob over there. But they make it. Oh no, that's actually Sam Taylor still. Sam Taylor is really getting into there, and everybody's trying to see if he can pass him. I think, Kevin, you're right up there.
Oh, I'm right in the mix right now.
Look at this, he's driving along. And how's the fight going in the front? James Loveland and Rob Rader. Well, they're really making it work. Oh, and we do have a caution going on. It is Sam Taylor. We saw already he had a lot of troubles passing of getting on the same speed. And it is here who actually is on that outside line and hits the wall and hits the wall again. Yeah, and that's not gonna work fine. And then he hits the 25. Oh, also the 25 will be damaged. Luckily, everybody else could pass him safely. Number 9 is really damaged, and without a fast repair, that's gonna cost him quite a bit. I think he needs to go back to the pit, but there are more people going into the pit. I see Ted Rakic going into the pit, James Loveland going into the pit, Kevin Orlando, Bennett Wilmot. And that means that Rob Rader actually takes first position. I think it's the first time in this race. We are 56 laps in, and it is Rob Rader who takes that first position. Of course, we know him from the first race where he was victorious, but yeah.
Might be a good time to pull him into the booth and see what he's got going on up there.
Oh, that's a good one. I will have a quick look if we can get him in. Oh, he's really far away.
Yeah, that pit stop there is really going to shake strategy. It looks like we're almost splitting the field in half here with that.
Well, we do have Rob Rader currently in the booth. So, Rob Rader, congratulations. First time now in the lead. How are you doing?
Doing well. It feels good to be in the lead, although that was a really difficult decision to make for tires right there. And I mean, it seems like it's a 50-50 shot. It just depends on how the race goes from here, on how that could turn out. But I just feel like it's too early in the race with 100 laps left to only have 2 sets. So we'll stay out and see what happens.
Yeah, and of course we had quite some cautions going on, currently in the 5th cautions. Were you expecting that much trouble this early in the race?
I actually expected it earlier. I was surprised that we had that clean first run for about 20 laps before we had a rash of cautions. So part of why I came down for tires when I did there, it's just I felt like we were probably going to get ourselves another clean green run there, but then it all started to unfold behind us, so it is what it is.
It is what it is, and you're currently the leader. Right behind you is Logan Romney and Grant Thorpe. Last question, how was that restarting zone? Does that work for you?
The restart zone's awesome. I feel like it makes everything a lot more fair for everybody in the field. Even the guys in the last spot on on the restart are definitely getting assistance by having this thing, getting a green flag for everyone at the same time. So I just think it's awesome for the competition. I think it cleans a lot of stuff up for us, puts on a better show probably. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Great, great. Well, I thank you very much. I'm gonna try to see if I can put you back into your right channel. I want to thank you and good luck with the race.
I appreciate that. Thanks for the broadcast, and make sure that you watch those guys who just got tires, because they're going to be about a second and a half faster than us right here.
All right, all right, man. I'll catch you later.
All right.
All right, and let's bring him back to the right group.
I love being able to do that and pull the drivers in.
All right, so yeah, we actually did that. That's quite nice with you on in the car, me here putting all the buttons and talking about it. But it worked out, and Rob Raider is on that first position. Logan Romney right behind him, or right next to him, and they are going right into that zone. Let's have a quick look if we can get any closer. We can get any closer, and look at this. He immediately goes to that outside line. And that's a little bit because then immediately Grant Thorpe can take the inside line over there and makes it very difficult for Logan Romney.
I see former leader Loveland was one of those cars that came down to take tires. Should be interesting to see how he moves through the field here.
Well, look at this. He's currently on that 6th position. Let's have a drive with this.
Oh. I've been hit.
Kevin has been hit, and there is no yellow coming out. Not sure exactly what happened.
I don't know. The car from the inside, it looked like he got hit up into me, and now my car ain't driving straight.
Well, maybe you have to focus a little bit on that then, because we are in a big battle here in the front. It's Michael Bennett who is making positions, and again, it's James Loveland now who takes that outside. And you're right, it is. He is a lot quicker. Is passing Grant Thorpe as he's not there, and is taking already the 3rd position and is looking for Logan Romney. And yeah, this is going to be hard love for Rob Raider. And while I say that, I do see some people dropping a little bit more. Let's have a quick look if I can get the tower back up. Yeah, we do have the tower up here. And look at this. James Loveland going for that 2nd position. Is fighting over there. But then it's also that Rakic who says, I want to join him as well. And they're now going side by side through the number 54, Logan Romney. And he really drops out. A nice move from both of them, actually. And it's now James Loveland on that 2nd position, trying to see if he can still catch up with Rob Raider, because he's now on that 1st position. And as you can see, that is 0.7 seconds. But now we will see the true speed of those fresh tires against Rob Raider, who didn't pit yet, still has those fresh tires going on. And Loveland is reeling him in. Look at this. The number 2 is getting so quick. I don't even think it's worth defending. And I think Rob Raider thinks exactly the same thing. So he goes out as well. And it's now Ted Rikic who can actually see if he can make it difficult for Rob Raider. But yet again, if you look at the map, then they do see that these 4 cars are really a little bit further away from everybody else. That's that first group. And then we get a little bit further back over there is Blake Cook, Grant Thorpe, and of course the number 14, Michael Bennett. When I say that Grant Thorpe and Blake Cook are just keep on fighting and fighting, and they're now going side by side over there. And number 14 is also trying to see if he can take advantage of that. The number 77 is really going wide. I think that is one of the persons who actually didn't take any tires. Is that true? Grant Thorpe. Look at that, Rob Raider, 49 laps now on those same tires. He gotta be thinking, what was my tactic right over there? And we do see that Rob Raider is now really losing control over there, and I don't think he can make that actually work. And it's right in front of him, Trevor Earhart and Ted Rikic, who now are fighting, and James Loveland is loving this. He can just start running away. He was already.
He's got to be loving seeing the battles behind him, as he's got nothing going on except for clean air.
Oh, he has so much clean air. It is, it's amazing, and it's actually Blake Cook who is now in that 2nd group with Dylan Pickleheimer and Michael Bennett. Logan Romney is losing a little bit of time, and it is actually, I see Ryan Twyman, the yellow car, who actually is coming past them now as well. Logan Romney is really dropping a little bit more and more.
I'm sure Rob is hating how spread out this field is right now. He's really looking for a caution, I'm sure, to get them tires changed at this point.
Yeah, Rob is currently in that fourth position, but if he waits any longer, then Blake Cook and that whole group, and that's quite a big group, there's four drivers with Ryan Kleiman on the back. And a little bit further back, it's now Logan Romney, who actually has that same problem and is also dropping, but he's even dropping further. It's now Kane Lee that's going to pass him, and I don't think it's going to take that much longer, and then Grant Thorpe is going to pass him as well. Yeah, those guys are really looking now for a caution, which we nearly got over there, because Logan Romsey took it there, and they were quite close with each other, but Grant Thorpe can clear him now.
I know, I could use that caution.
Yeah, half the field is thinking I could use that caution, because yeah, Kevin, you're right behind there, also by yourself. Jacob Surkovic and Adam Bodum are even further back, and then we see is Dylan Johnson on that 17th position, is making his own race, trying to see if he can hold on. Probably he's also thinking that he could see a yellow. And while I say that, I do want to point out that James Loveland is now currently 1.4 seconds from Earhart and Rikic. So yeah, that's a big gap already. He's just.
If I'm remembering, I think that's his biggest gap so far all race.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. And with those fresh tires, it's just amazing. He is flying through the air. I do have to say that Trevor Earhart also really made a nice comeback. Had that incident, slide a couple times, was actually part of those yellows, and is now driving on that second position and is gapping quite a bit with Ted Rikic, who is right behind them. And then it's still Rob Rader, but Rob Rader is now still on his own. But the battle behind there between Dylan Picklesheimer and Blake Cook is heating up. Maybe that's good news for him, but I do think that they're quite quick over here. And it won't take long before they actually catch up with Rader. Yeah, we're now 80 laps in, and look at this. Ryan Kleiman goes for that inside look. And he is going to pass Blake Cook, because Blake Cook stays on that outside line. So that's all still happening for position 6 on the moment. And that's the big battle. And oh, we do see the 88 going out over there. It's Dylan Picklesheimer, who is just stuck in the wall over there, but we don't get a yellow, because he's not on the track, and that's really good news. But now he needs to get a safe entry. And while I say that, I see Jacob Surkovic now passing him. That whole group is going to pass him, but no yellow. So sorry, bad news for you, Kevin, but no, still no yellow. And while
Keep fighting it.
Yeah, and while I say that, I do see now that it's Loveland who is actually getting in quite a bit of traffic. Maybe that can slow this man down. Otherwise, I don't know what we need to do. It is now Trevor Earhart who can gain a little bit of time over there.
Yeah, glancing over the track map, I just see cars all the way around this track at this point, so it's definitely going to play some type of factor. I guess we'll see who can move through traffic the best.
Well, currently it looks like Earhart made a lot of friends. The 93 is definitely a friend of him, because Daryl Johnson is just letting him easily by, and that means that he's now getting really closer, maybe even closer than a second. And while I say that, immediately Loveland says, okay, I'm going. He is now past, I think that's Taylor over there. I recognize him without the hood. Yeah, Taylor is no party over there. Needs to let everybody by, and Earhart is also taking that position.
Yeah, it's looking like I'm the next guy on Loveland's radar as far as getting around lap traffic.
Let's have a quick look if we can see you. Yes, we can see you. And this is how Loveland is doing that. He's getting a little bit of draft right over here. Tries to see if he can hold on to Kevin Orlando. And so far he is driving very smoothly. Takes now that inside line. And there he goes. But he has a lot of... There is now a fight going on in front of him with that 83. And I'm curious, are they saying that they're going to let him by, Kevin?
It's going to be hard with them side by side like that. I don't think they really want to be in the way, but kind of stuck there at this point.
Look at this, and there is some contact over there. I thought that was Parker Johnson. Was that Parker Johnson?
Parker is not up there.
No.
Could it have been Adam or Jacob?
No, it's Jacob. Of course, Jacob has a very similar car up there, and he hit the wall, and that made it quite tightly. And then immediately, it's the one that really benefits from that is James Loveland, because he takes now. Again, free air is open and can go ahead again. And it is now Earhart that needs to go through there. And maybe that's good news for Ted Rikic and Rob Rader. Because they're now nearly 5 seconds away from Loveland. What a distance.
Just so you're aware, if this were to go green all the way to the end, we will see green flag pit stops because we cannot make it on fuel.
No, I had a feeling about that. We're now currently just on 90 laps, and we need to have another 61 going in. And while I say that, we do see a nice move here from Kane Lee. Is going on the inside line of Blake Cook. And that is going to work, if I'm not mistaken, because that is still the faster line, and it is. And it's now Blake Cook who dropped a little bit off, and immediately Kane Lee takes that 6 positions, currently 3 positions up. Right in front of them is Ryan Twyman, currently 8 positions up. Really, really nice work from him. I know him from the Bonfire Racing League, but it's great to see that he does over here so well as well. And it seems that he actually fixed his internet connection, because no blinks from him. He looks a little bit like a steady Eddie, and makes a really nice comeback over here. Currently 8th position. And while I say that, we do get to the moment where Rob Rader gets it difficult. Rob Rader actually gets back. Look at this, Rob Rader is completely back of Ted Rikic. So it seems that those tires are, don't know how long, but still alive. And he actually is getting back into a 3rd position. And guess who is driving in front of him? That is our Kevin Orlando. He is passing you now. What's your tactic?
Yeah, luckily my tactic is to get out of his way.
Because otherwise he will push you?
Pretty much. I don't want to be in the way of the lead lap guys. My car is not even driving straight right now, so I'm just trying to hang on while I wait for a caution and make the best out of the night.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening with half the field. They're all just waiting to have it. But I do think that Rob Rader really gets his new wings, because and while I say that, he actually makes that move over here on the inside line. And
we got a caution.
Oh, we have a caution coming on. I didn't see anything in the logs. Let's have a quick look. Oh, I see Parker Johnson actually crashed right over there. He was fighting with Nick Els. Oh, and he gets hit by the behind from Nick Els, and yeah, just spins. And again, look at that Nick Els. Great move from him. At least holding that car. Yeah, that's nicely done by Nick Els. That does make sure that he doesn't make any damage. All right, so James Loveland, you had a nice run, but you have to do it all over again. Is he going to go into the pit? Yes, of course he is going into the pit. Going to be a few people that are going to stay out, but that's not going to be James Loveland. Trevor Earhart, Rob Rader. Rob Rader, how happy is he that we're actually going into the pit? That's going to be exciting for him. Finally, some fresh tires. Here we see 76 laps under this on these tires. It's amazing. Maybe that's a record. I don't know, but Rob Rader, amazing job. He's getting fresh new tires. Can breathe again.
So what do you think? We're nearing the end of the race. What are your thoughts at this point? You think it's going to start getting a little bit rougher? People trying to really battle for that position?
I think it's gonna we get another long run of green flags, and then when we're 10 laps before the finish, then it gets dicey, because then we need to fight again. But I'm curious. I don't see any other people really having a chance against James Loveland. He is just dominating this race currently. Who's your pick if you don't have to pick if you can't pick yourself?
Well, I wouldn't pick myself at this point anyway. I like seeing new people win. I think this is Ted's first race with us, so I wouldn't mind seeing someone new in victory lane on his first race out. That'd be pretty neat. Loveland is another great guy. He deserves a win either way. But I'm looking at Twynham up there in 4th place. I mean, wouldn't that be great?
Wouldn't that be great? Well, I think a podium spot would be really amazing for Ryan. He is now currently 9 positions up. Yeah, it is amazing to see him drive like that. The next time we're gonna get him in. So Ryan, I know you're listening. Don't crash, because I want the next caution. I want to have you in the booth. All right. Just gonna have a quick look. We see that everybody got new tires, so basically restarting all over again, and nothing new. James Loveland is still on that lead, and Trevor Earhart right behind him, and then Rob Rader, Ryan Twyman, as we said, 4th position, great from him over there, and then Grant Thorpe right behind him, Kane Lee, Michael Bennett, Ted Rikic, Logan Romney, and on the 10th position, Blake Cook. So great to see all these drivers. For me, a lot of new drivers, I have to say. But I like to see these races. Currently, it's been really respectful. I do think no fast repair does help a little bit in that way.
Oh, that's for sure. It definitely helps get these guys to drive a little cleaner.
All right, so the lights are out, so we are ready to do this one more time. Look at this, it's Earhart who is really warming up those tires. Didn't know that was necessary. You're gonna need them a little bit later. We do see everybody getting back together. And it is now James Loveland who is getting into the zone, and he's immediately getting away. Look at that, he's not even waiting. And he takes a good line, but maybe Ryan Twyman can actually benefit from that on that outside line. It is currently Trevor Earhart who is on that 2nd position. Oh, look at this. Nice way of doing that. Rob Rader goes on that inside line, wants to be straight ahead of James Loveland, knows that if you give him a little bit of time, then immediately James is gone. And it is Trevor Earhart who needs to fight now with Rob Rader. And they're going side by side.
Oh, we got a sprint back here on the back straightaway as Sirkovic.
And Sirkovic, well, I didn't see... I was just thinking, I didn't see a yellow, but I do see a yellow. Well, let's have a quick look at that one.
Yeah, it took a second.
Jacob. So on that inside line, has a broken back, and maybe that was a little bit because he actually just spun it out himself, and now makes that same dent that he has in the back also in the front. So the number 18 will have some difficulties to drive. But that was the yellow that we get over here.
See if I can get some more repairs on this thing.
Well, let's have a quick look if I can get Ryan Twyman in. Yeah, let's have a quick look. I'm gonna get Ryan Twyman in. Hey Ryan, good day in the booth. How are you doing? You're currently on that 4th position.
Yeah, this is new to me with these guys. Usually I'm about a 10th place car, so I'm happy with how I'm running. Just hoping I can keep it straight the rest of the race.
Yeah, we're having already quite some incidents, and you were nearly involved in that one, but you could actually avoid it quite well. What exactly goes through your mind when you're seeing somebody crash right in front of you?
Hold the brakes and try to avoid them. I typically try to predict where the track's going to carry on the track and try to go to where it's not, like everyone else does, and cross my fingers.
Well, and that did work well for you, and currently on that fourth position, 9 positions up. Great to see that. Any last things that you want to add to this broadcast before you have to do the restart?
Well, it's good to finally be doing good in one of the broadcasts, because I've been in a rough patch, as you know, all over the place in all the leagues I do with you. So I'm glad to be up here, and I'm hoping to put on a good show and finish.
Ryan, and I want to say one thing. Your internet connection is perfect. I haven't seen you blinked once. And I know I always tease you with that, but you do an awesome job. I hope you do even better. Maybe on that podium and maybe even on that first position. So good luck with that, and good luck with that restart.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, man. Thank you. Well, and that was Ryan Twyman, our really good driver here, currently on that fourth position, but still needs to move along. Because we want to see him on that podium. I think, Kevin, you're right. If I need to pick someone, I pick Ryan Twyman. He needs to be on that podium, at least.
He's definitely early. He's driven his way through the field. I don't remember where he started, but I don't remember seeing him near the front of the field at the beginning of the race when we started.
Well,
so
he's currently our hard charger. He has won 9 positions, so yeah, definitely worth the shot. But I know that he wants more, and yeah, he definitely earns that one. But of course, Kane Lee right behind him, also really good, the 25 car. And then we see Grant Thorpe, who we always need to think about in the last minutes of the race. Always has a strong ending, at least last season. So I'm curious to see what he's gonna do.
that is true. I know NASCAR talks about Harvick being the closer. Well, our closer is definitely Grant Thorpe. He always seems to be there at the end, no matter what the rest of the race looked like for him.
No, that's going to be interesting. But of course, we also see James Loveland, and has Rob Rader learned from his previous starts? And is he going to do that a little bit different, or are we going to get the same restart? I'm really curious to see. James Loveland has some experience right now, and look at that. Trevor Earhart is just making that car bounce. Wants to have warm tires over there. Wants to be right in behind James Loveland to not give the chance to Rob Rader. Everybody's getting closer and closer to each other, and now we're getting into that racing zone, and immediately he goes away. Doesn't even want to wait, and immediately is gone. And that will give the advantage for James Loveland. Is now taking that first position. Rob Rader goes right behind him, and then it's Trevor Earhart. And it is a little bit of Ryan Twyman on that outside line. Needs to make a decision. Is he going to run over there? Because it's going to be difficult. And look at this, Rob Rader. Rob Rader is going to go for that first position. Is he going to go? I want to see that. He's actually going to go to that inside line. It's the first time that James Loveland gets a difficult job. And it is Rob Rader now on that inside line. Can he hold that? And he can hold that.
As we have a car slide down on the grass on a straightaway, it looked like he was able to save it though.
I think that was Dylan Pickelsheimer who actually lost it and can hold it on. But in the front there is that really fight now going on.
Oh no!
Oh no! We do see that Ryan Twyman with Grant Thorpe are actually a hit, and that will be another yellow coming out. Oh, I want to see that.
Oh man, that's not what I was hoping to see.
No, at one point I don't want to talk anymore about Ryan, because when I do, it never goes well. And oh, he was sliding out while somebody in front of him, but not much damage. Little love bump from Grant Thorpe. Doesn't seem to be much damage. A little bit in the back over there, but that shouldn't be too bad. But he did lose all those positions that he worked for so hard, and he's currently on that 13th position. Dylan Pickelsheimer is going into the pit together with Ryan Twyman, so they will drop a little bit more. But that means that Rob Rader has won that first fight, and it is James Loveland who actually is now on that second position. That's going to be weird for James.
Yeah, it's a totally different ballgame starting from the outside with the restart zone the way it is now. You really cannot do anything to get kind of a launch out there because it's going to black flag you if you go before the leader. So should definitely be interesting to see how that works out.
I'm looking around. I think Ryan Twyman is still into the pit. He's now getting out, and well, it looks like he had the same damage as before. Let's have a quick look if he actually... No, I can't see that. Don't know if you get any new tires on here.
Yeah, these laps are so short. I mean, you only get about 30 seconds to repair that car on a stop, so it's really rough to try to get any repairs done.
I do have to say, I like the new livery of Rob Raider with the Chapman Environment Services, also sponsor of this league. Great to see that they do that. But I'm curious to see what we're gonna see. I think there's gonna be some action with James Loveland and Rob Raider.
Oh, that's for sure. It's definitely gonna heat up now as we get towards the end here, as I am no longer a factor in this race.
Well, you could also always be a factor. You're actually just coming out of the pit over there, so you have to hurry up to actually catch up on the back of the field. Currently 18th position. Yeah, that is a rough time, and Rob Raider will definitely have a better time on that first position. But also Trevor Earhart still in that third position. Went from the back to the front and to the front to the back, and is now back up to that front. So great to see him over there.
I'm looking over at the scoreboard now, and I'm seeing Logan Romney back up in the picture there. I know he fell back a few laps ago.
Yeah, the 54 has been in so many battles already. Great to see him over there. I'm curious to see if he's going to get the fight in with Ted Rikic. He has that inside line, and if he can get a good start together with Trevor Earhart, then that could definitely give him some benefit. But currently we're just holding on, waiting till everybody is fully repaired and back. Yeah, we do have some fans in the chat for Rob Raider. Yeah, Rob Raider is doing great, but I do have to say James Loveland is not that bad either. And let's see what they can actually do. Love to see a really long battle up here for that first position, and then give a big shout out to Ryan Twyman, and let's see if he can come back again. He's currently on that 12th position, and while I say that we have started the race, Rob Raider takes a really nice start. It's all the way over there, and it's actually James Loveland, and that's what's happening on that outside line. When you're over there, then immediately you get attacked by number 3, and that's Trevor Earhart. And Trevor Earhart can't make that move. Oh, that's interesting to see. So James Loveland can hold that part. And it's actually now Ted Rikic that is going on the outside line. Seems that outside line is not that bad anymore. And maybe actually an advantage, or is it going to be Trevor? Yeah, Trevor is going to go still side by side. So they're now doing the whole lap side by side. Oh, and we do see that Sam Taylor crashed on the back, and that is our 9th caution coming in over here.
Yeah, that was another one. Sam blinked out for about half a lap there. That ain't good. Came back on the inside of Cirkovich's car, which I see has some damage from that, although he had some damage before.
Yeah, I think that's going to be difficult for Sam Taylor. He couldn't even get it into the pit. The car does still have 4 wheels and apparently an engine, but that's pretty much what it says. I'm not sure if he can actually continue this race. He is still driving, which is already an amazing part. And Sam actually didn't go into the pit. Wow. Well, that's an amazing part. If anybody wants to see the inside of a car, then this is the moment. Sam is showing us everything. No secrets for us. It is Nick Elfs and Grant Thorpe who are going into the pit together with Jacob Cirkovic. So, and Jacob is also taking new tires. Interesting to see. Oh, only on the inside. Ooh.
That's a
This
real
is-
interesting call.
That's some higher oval rules that I don't understand. But yeah, let's see if that gives him anything. Currently, it's still Rob Raider on that first position. And yeah, we'll have to agree with Sean Latin. He is killing it. I have to say, I thought that Loveland was going to take him quite easily after that restart, but he's holding on.
Yeah, it's definitely a good battle there. Could see Trevor up in the mix still. Ted's up there. Ted's got speed. And Kane Lee, where did he come from?
Well, Kane Lee was originally on 9th position, but moved up quite a bit over there and is currently on that 4th position. The 25, the target car, great to see him over there. And yeah, I do have to say, it's not that first position that I'm curious about. It is now that 2nd position. Is it going to be Loveland, or is Earhart immediately going to fight for that? And because then also Lee is involved in that inside line, they really have a priority lane on there. But let's see what happens at this 10th restart. I think everybody, the whole pack is back together. The lights are still on.
Yeah, it looks like we got 2 cars still in the pits. I see the 88 of Dylan Picklesheimer's in there, and I cannot tell who the 2nd car is, but they're rolling now.
Well, that's Sam Taylor, who I don't understand that he can still drive that car. But he's actually coming out as well. That's going to be a factor because they're going to lap him for sure. And then we're going to see how much time people are going to lose about that. Curious to see how that goes. But they're back up and running, coming back to the field. They do need to hurry a little bit because the lights are currently out. Rob Raider is really taking that first position quite nicely if you look at it from this perspective.
Looks smooth from here, but I see they're nice and tight for this restart. Should be interesting.
Yeah, I think Loveland has learned a little bit from it and is now staying side by side. And now Rob Raider goes, and that's Rob Raider. Rob Raider's waited a little bit longer than Loveland. Loveland actually thought he was going to make it, and there you see it is going to be Earhart who takes that 2nd position, because as I said, that inside line is so much stronger, and it's now Rakic who actually goes past or goes behind Loveland, wants to take that outside line. Not sure if that's the wisest thing. No, he goes back. Okay, so that's going to be that really that battle right over there for that 2nd position. And of course, Rob Raider is still in that lead, still leading this pack. Is he becoming the 2nd Loveland of this race? Takes he the 2nd part of all this major parts? And we see Parker Johnson over there trying to see if he can take some action with us. Right,
I don't know if you caught it. Had a couple cars on the front straightaway that last time around get really loose down onto the grass for one of them even, but no wrecks. Luckily able to get through there clean and get back in line. So.
No, I didn't see that. We didn't see that one. We were actually looking at the 54 over here, fighting with, or the 24 fighting with Ryan Twyman, and it's actually taking that position right now. Nice move on that inside line. That's where it needs to happen. And we do have another caution because it's Jacob Surkovic who has crashed. We've seen him crash there before. He was fighting there with the 93. And then that 93 takes that inside line. And yeah, it's just small little love pump. And it's the 88 that hits him as well. Goes into the wall. That's going to be extra damage that you don't want to have on that America car. The number 18 is not going to be happy. Probably needs to go back into the pit. And that is our 10th caution. We do have a lot of cautions in this race. I wasn't expecting that many, Kevin.
No, I wasn't quite expecting this many either, but on a weird flip of events, there's been enough. I am the lucky dog candidate here.
All right, well, we're going to celebrate that.
If only I was only 1 lap down.
Oh. I was already starting my yellow dog part. We do get you. You are allowed to lap. Well, then I count that as a yellow dog.
Hey,
Ladies
it's
and
a yellow
gentlemen,
dog for me.
it's a yellow dog right over there.
If we get enough more cautions, I might even get back on the lead lap of this thing.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm honest.
The way things are looking now, it's heating up real quick.
All right, so you're back over there. We do see Rob Rader still in the lead. James Loveland second position, and Trevor Earhart, that's Rakic. Logan Romney, the 54 over there, one position up. And then it's Parker Johnson, 6 positions up, currently on the 6th position. Blake Cook, Nick Elves, Michael Bennett, and then Grant Thorpe on that 10th position. With that strong ending, but he still needs to do that. And I do have to say that car is not looking very clean from the back. Dollar General will not be happy. But let's see what he can do with those special powers.
Hey, they're getting TV time anyway, just for the car being damaged. So, I mean, it's TV time, right?
It's all about TV time, isn't that true?
I know we always make that joke when someone's having a bad race. There's like, hey, at least your spot's getting TV time. It may not be good TV time, but it's TV time.
Hey, is that the reason why you joined me in the booth, so that you're 100% sure that you get some TV time? Because you're on it. Penzol will be happy.
Oh yeah, gotta get that TV time. That's all this is about.
Nice. And you're going back into the pit. Want to have some more damage repaired?
I'm hoping to get something done. I mean, I gotta start at the tail end of the longest line for the lucky dog anyway, so I might as well.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all.
Car, it doesn't feel terribly slow. I still have over 2 minutes of damage worth to fix, but the wheel, I gotta turn it about 45 degrees to the left to go straight. So in the turns, I got this thing really cranked over there.
That's amazing. Anyhow, on that part, I do see that we still have the lights on, so there is no rush on it. We're getting over the finish line. So that's for you the time to actually get out of the pit. Where are you? Are you not getting out of the pit?
No, I'm fine.
That was just Kevin trying to see if he can get some more time just by pretending he's on the front. I see what you're doing over there, but it is currently Rob Rader and James Loveland who are on that front row, right behind the pace car. The lights are off right now, so I'm curious to see, is Trevor Earhart, who has done it the whole time, gonna go back and fight James Loveland on that second position? Or is James Loveland just gonna have a quick look where Rob Rader is? And actually try to see if he can catch him over there. So here we go. And it is Rob Rader who takes that very, very easily. Yes, actually James Loveland who will make room for the inside line, but Trevor is not taking it. And that outside line is now taking benefit of that. And it's Ted who is driving over there. Ted Rakic is fighting now hard with Trevor Earhart. Look at that, it's Earhart and Ted Rakic for that third position, fighting hard. And you see Logan Romney immediately looking at it like, hey, this is a position for me. And he takes that position right over there. Or doesn't he? You know, he's still in that fight with Ted Rakic. They're now getting on that inside line. And right behind them, Parker Johnson, who is also seeing if he can actually move his car over there. And they're going really close. Are they going to make it? Oh! That was tight racing over there from Ted Rakic and Logan Romney, but it is Logan Romney, the 54, that now takes that position and is currently on the 4th position and is trying to see if he can actually come back any closer to Trevor Earhart on that 3rd position, and he's holding on to James Loveland. But it is the leader that we have of Rob Rader, who's trying to see if he can run away and trying to see if he can do the James Loveland move of the beginning. And with 90 laps to go, he goes really, really quick and makes his way into at least the podium over here. But could it be more? Loveland is not done yet. He's shown that he has some speed. Is he going to have enough speed to actually hold on and to come back to that? It does seem that those three are really pretty much settled. But then we see behind there Logan Romney, Ted Rakic, and Parker Johnson. Oh, look at that! That was Ted Rakic who had a big major crash. Was fighting over there and was losing it right there. Let's have a quick look if we can see it in the replay. He was actually just sliding all by himself, trying to pass the 48, and that didn't work. Hold his car, but then ends up in that wall. Yeah, and that's gonna hurt your car very, very much, and immediately your chances of winning this race are not very good anymore with 18 laps to go. A lot of damage over there, and we do see, while I say that James Loveland, is he going into the pit? James Loveland is going into the pit. Oh, look at that. Ted Rakic had some trouble. Oh, and had some fighting with Grant Thorpe. Normally such a nice guy, but they were really struggling in that pit and making each other quite clear what they thought of each other. Interesting to see in this race, but Rob Raider or Grant Thorpe is now in that pit, gets new tires. A lot of people in the pit. Let's have a quick look in front. We see Rob Raider in the front. No surprise on that one. But what about Kane Lee? Kane Lee is currently in the second position with 16 laps to go. This is going to be exciting, Kevin.
Oh, it's going to be great. And I just heard I think an apology from Grant. I don't think he intended to get into Ted there entering pit road.
It looked very malicious, but I actually have to say I like that. Makes us make our broadcast a little bit more spicy. Otherwise, I have to pretend it's spicy. I will do it anyway. But let's have a quick look. We see Rob Raider first position. Twynham. Look at this, Twynham. Twynham, third position. I missed it. How did he get up there?
I have no idea. Last I checked, he was outside of the top 10. Running up there in third now. I guess we'll see how he hangs on through this time.
Okay,
let's not talk about it too much.
I'm not going to say anything about him. James Loveland is currently... No! Oh, sorry, I thought Ryan was going into the pit. He's not going into the pit. Ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. Ryan is okay. We're going to talk about James Loveland. James Loveland is currently on that 6th position. We've done it before, where he was on that 6th position and just drove through the field in a couple of laps to actually come back. But that was with new tires. Currently, he has new tires, but so has Urart, so has Johnston. And it's only Picklesheimer who is a little bit... has 18 laps, but the rest does have all relatively new tires. We see still Jacob Surkovic is in the pit, Daryl Johnston and Sam Taylor. Sam can actually go back out. They won't let that car go back onto the track, and Jacob is coming out of the pit now.
I don't know how bad car looks, but I'm looking at my mirror right now at 77 here, and it looks like a modified behind me, man.
Let's have a quick look. Yeah, well, it could be friends with Sam Taylor. Only he has also his back damaged that much. It's only the front for Grant Thorpe, but yeah, that's gonna be rough. And while I say that, we do need to go a little bit to the front because I think we're getting ready.
This should be definitely interesting as we come to the green here with the mixed tire strategies. Got some old tires, got some new tires. It's gonna be rough.
We have some damage. We have some cars completely clean or relatively clean, and we have Ryan Twyman. So I'm not saying anything, but looks very good. Picklesheimer is going to be the difficult one. Maybe he's going to drop hard because he doesn't have those tires. And while the pace car goes in, it's Rob Raider that can actually pace now. And he goes, and that's the first time that we goes. And wow, it's Lee that didn't expect that. Is really dropping a little bit back. Rob Raider takes that first position, and Lee goes to the outside. That gives a move to Twynham. And while I say that, it's immediately Loveland, who was already coming up, is really steaming through the field again. And it's also Urrat that comes up. Those new tires do need to work. And look at that, he's getting really close to Ryan Twyman. Is that going to be enough to immediately attack? Because he does need to do that. We're currently 11 laps to go, and it is Ryan Twyman who goes to the inside of Lee. Sees if he can get to that
and the 4 is sideways.
And the 4 goes sideways, not again sideways, and it hits. And guess what? We have another caution. The
Ooh, that was
93, not
nasty.
much damage, but yeah, the 4 was bouncing off a little bit on that part. Have a quick look what exactly happened. He was sliding on that inside. We've seen that happening a lot, and amazing that none of them on the inside hit him. But then he makes that swoop, and then the 48 is hitting him right over there. Parker Johnson couldn't avoid him anymore, and I think also the 93 got a little bit of damage. Currently on that 17th position, so it's not going to make his race or break his race in that way. But yeah, it's not great, and well, that means that it's going to get close now. Now we're going to get to that dicey levels that I was saying, Kevin.
If we're just gonna get dicier from here, this is gonna be pure mayhem.
Welcome at Capo Game Racing Network, where it's always chaos. Chaos
I know you like
in
to
the
celebrate
business.
this, but your buddy Grant just got the yellow dog for you.
Oh, thank you for noticing that, because always great to see that.
Well, I noticed because he took it from me.
Well, and he's happy that he can actually drive his car right now. Maybe get some fresh air through that front that's completely gone. But he is our yellow dog for today, and he's getting back into the field. The lights are still on, so we can take some time. White checkers flag. How many are we gonna get? Kevin, do you know that? Is it going to be just one try till the end?
It should just be one green-white checkered if we need it.
Well, I could guess, but I think you're going to need it.
The way things are looking, I wish we had more.
I wish so too, because I hate to see a race finish under the yellow flag. But currently, Rob Raider wouldn't mind that. Then he takes that lead. It's going to be Lee, who is surprisingly there in the front, and then Ryan Twyman on that third position. James Loveland moved up to fourth position. Great to see him over there, but can he actually attack Rob Raider? I'm not sure. And then it's Trevor Earhart, Logan Romney, Dylan Pickelsheimer still in there. Still a chance to get into that top 5. Currently in the 7th position. And then Adam Bowen, Michael Bennett and Parker Johnson for that 10th position. So that's a little bit of our top 10 right over here. Looks like we're going to take another line over here, because Sam is still into the pit. Oh, he has made his car now also smoke. I think that's a good sign. I think that means at least that it's still alive.
I don't know, usually smoke means the engine's done, so he might be done for tonight.
Well, I think Sam was already done 40 laps ago, but great encouragement that he continued. But yeah, I think he has to leave that car right over there. And it is going to be Rob Raider who is in that lead. And I still see the lights go on. I don't know what we're waiting for.
Looks like we'll be getting a 1 to green this time by.
All right, then we at least get some racing. We still have then 5 laps to go till the end, and is Rob Raider gonna hold that? Or is it gonna be Kane Lee, or even Ryan Twyman? And don't forget about James Loveland, who for sure is gonna make it difficult.
With 5 to go, this is gonna be insane.
The 88 is warming up his tires. Dylan Pickelsheimer, he's the one that has the hottest tires already. Curious to see what he can still do over there. He's currently 10 positions up. But we are going to look at that fight in the front. Rob Raider, Kane Lee, Ryan Twyman, James Loveland and Trevor Earhart. What are they going to do? And it is Rob Raider who has a mega run. Look at that. He is really in there. And it's Ryan Twyman who takes that inside line. And whoa, the 54 that gets hit by the 88. And that means another yellow. I want to bet you no.
Or does
no
it?
Yellow. No yellow.
Oh, there's one though.
Whoa, it's Ryan Twyman that gets hit over there. Again. What was that? Ryan Twyman was taking that middle line over there. And then, oh, he hits the 25. Gets hit by the 25. And then they're both getting damage. That's not what you wanted in those last 5 laps. Was such a good position for Ryan in there, and now suddenly dropped all the way back, and we're back to that same pack that we had, Rob Raider and James Loveland, who are gonna see if they can continue that fight. But of course, Trevor Earhart is right behind there, and then Michael Bennett, he moved up quite a bit of spots, and then Dylan Picklesheimer. I was saying that he didn't have any tires anymore. Well, tires enough over there, because he is still in that 5th position now. Moved up 12 positions from where he started in qualification. And is just a great driver over there. And while I say that, Kevin, you're not going to tell me you're the yellow dog.
I am the one and only yellow dog this time around.
Oh ho, look at that. The yellow dog is right over there.
A little late for me to do anything, but at least we're back on the lead lap here.
Hey, well, that's a lot of gain, and especially when you see it going, we at least get another 4 cautions up here, and then you actually have a chance.
Hey, anything's possible.
Anything is possible here at Racing Revolution. All right, Ryan Twyman goes in. Yeah, that's going to be his race going to be over on that one. I think also, yeah, Kevin, you're going in again.
Again, case of having the EOL for Lucky Dog. Might as well fix what I can. I still got damage on this thing from the beginning of the race.
I think you got damage on that one and never got really done of it.
It was that wreck when we were, I'm guessing, 3 wide, and I had the 39 bump up into me and get me in the wall. I've been fixing it since then.
Yeah, not the best race for you, but hey, I really still appreciate it that you're in the booth and you can have so many comments and so many updates about the race, because that really makes these kind of broadcasts always quite nice. 3 laps to go. I think the lights will go out, I hope, after this one. Let's see some racing, or are we really going to go for that 1 lap?
Looks like 1 more lap after this one.
Oh, so we're going to have 2 more laps for that last race, and then hopefully no yellows anymore, and get a great fight over there. Michael Bennett, what can he do? He's currently on that 4th position. He smells that podium.
For the first time all race, I can point my wheel straight and actually go in a straight line.
I call that a win.
I get to enjoy the last 2 laps.
Well, and a lot of people will have damage, so curious to see. It is Rob Raider who is now in that 1st position.
Yeah, I really hope they get to race it out up there. I don't want to see this end early under caution here. I want them to get these 2 laps and really battle it out.
And look at Trevor Earhart. He is really behind there. He's just no... Oh, this is going to be an exciting race. Look at that. He's already in that bumper. He's not heating up his tires anymore. He's like, no, I want to be there. And he is right over there. But it's also Loveland, who is really side by side. And it is Rob Raider who has a nice start. But oh, a lot of bad starts on the back. In the front, everything goes well, and it's Earhart who takes that 2nd position. Great over from Loveland. Loveland on the outside has Bennett in the back, who is fighting now with Picklesheimer. And I think he has passed Picklesheimer. He's now in that 4th position, and Loveland is trying to see if he can come back. But on that outside line, it's really difficult. And it's now... Whoa, it's another yellow. It's another yellow. That was our final lap. Are we going to get 1 more lap, Kevin, or was this the race?
That's going to be the race there. Looks like we're going to end under caution.
Oh, well then we do congratulate Rob Raider, who is going to be our winner of this race. Not expected that, and if you saw how close Loveland came, but at the last moment Trevor Earhart took that 2nd position, and it's James Loveland who is on that 3rd position on that podium. Michael Bennett all the way up to 4th. We've seen him in the back, we've seen him in the front. He did a really great job, and then Dylan Picklesheimer, 5th position, but more importantly our hard charger of the day, is 12 positions up. Great work from him. Then on 6, Parker Johnson, Adam Bowden right behind him, and then Nick Els moved up still some positions, came up there on that 8th place, and then we see Logan Romney on the 9th, Blake Cook on number 10, and Grant Thorpe to 11th. And here we go with the fireworks. It's on.
All right, I'll meet you down in pit lane for the post-race fight.
All right, let's look at there. I'm very curious to see what's happening over there. And Rob Raider is making his celebrations.
Before you get into the post-race interviews, I do just want to thank you again for stepping in and giving us this wonderful broadcast tonight and giving us the help that we needed.
I think that's why we're friends for. If a friend's in need, then you always can call me. But it's great work, and you guys gave an amazing show. So I'm very happy that I've joined you guys. I am gonna have a quick look. Are people just gonna join us in the booth, or are they actually gonna wait? Look at that. We have nice people waiting. Well, while our race champion on here is still celebrating and going to victory lane, I am gonna bring some people in here. We have on the 3rd position. I'm gonna have a quick look if I can get everybody in over here. And while I pick up the results, and let's see if we can have the results up, then I do see that Rob Raider, 1st position, Trevor Earhart, 2nd position, and James Loveland on the 3rd position. James, welcome in the booth.
Hi.
How are you doing? How was your race? You were leading so far and running away. Did you thought this was going to be that difficult in the end?
Yeah, he was. Roder was running with me pretty well throughout that whole race, and I knew if he got around me, it was going to be tough to get back around him. So, tried to do what I could with different strategy, but didn't seem to work out in the end.
No, and in the end, you were so close. You were having that battle with Trevor Earhart for 2nd position and nearly lost that out. I think that was going to be a nice battle with 1 lap to go. Did you thought before the race that we're going to see so many cautions as we did?
Not really. With the car count, I didn't really think we were going to have much cautions, but I guess cautions just breed cautions, and had to change my strategy around, and managed to get a 3rd out of it.
Managed to get a 3rd out of it, and that's definitely onto the podium. Congratulations with that. On 2nd position, we have Trevor Earhart. Was fighting. I think I saw you in the front. I see you in the back. You went all the way to the front again, and then you take that 2nd position. Congratulations. How was your race?
It was eventful. Kind of there with James. We got spun around there on a restart. I don't know what happened there. Went to the back, pulled some different strategy, got back up to the front, and Rob and Loveland were quicker than me, and Loveland and I got to battling there on that last restart, and I had to clear him to have a shot at Rob, and I thought I was going to clear him off the floor, and then that caution came out, so I didn't get to see what was going to happen there. Coming to the checkered flag, but all in all, I'll take a 2nd place, especially after the night that we had.
It's a great race, and I really enjoyed it. I think you had some amazing battles going, especially going from the back all the way back to that front. Great to see that. And of course, our race winner. I wasn't expecting it. I'll be honest with you. When I saw James running that first section, he was just so fast, and then suddenly Rob Raider came in. Rob, congratulations with your victory. How was the race for you?
Thank you. Yeah, it was really good. James was a whole 1/10 of a second faster at the beginning, and then I don't know. I started playing around with the line a little bit, and I think I figured out what he was doing. And then at that point, it was just going to be track position because it was going to be really difficult to pass. So yeah, I mean, glad it worked out. Tire strategy was pretty iffy there for a little while, and then once those guys pit at the end, I thought they would be storming through the field and get to me, and those cautions helped at the end there.
Yeah, those cautions were definitely helping you. I remember when you came into the booth and you were saying, like, I want to have a caution over. You were looking for cautions on the other time, and they didn't came there, but in the end they came, and great to see you give that victory. It is your 2nd victory already in this early in the season. Where are we going next race next week?
Charlotte. That's going to
Ooh.
be a long race too. We're doing 300 miles there, 200 laps at Charlotte. It's going to be a marathon, and it's going to be wild. So looking forward to that one. It's going to be a long race, and I know there's a few guys in here that are going to be really tough there.
Well, that's going to be interesting to see, and I would love to see the fight again with you and Trevor and James. See how that goes. Let's do some shout outs. I start from the bottom. James Loveland, any shout outs for you?
Yeah, shout out to you guys at the broadcast for doing this race tonight. Shout out to the league for giving me the chance to run with these guys. It's been really fun so far. And shout out to the team. We got second and third place finish, and I don't know where Parker finished, but he did a solid run as well.
All right. Well, I'll call that a win. Thank you very much for racing, and enjoyed watching you. Trevor Earhart, any last comments from you?
Thank you for jumping in, doing the broadcast for us last minute. We greatly appreciate it. Shout out to everybody in the league for being here. This is our second race as a league, so proud of all the guys for showing up. Like Loveland said, shout out to the team. I mean, second and third for us, and then Parker got a top 10 out of it, so congratulations to him. And then shout out to all my friends and family that are at home watching.
Nice. Yeah, it's great that family can enjoy this as well, and understand what kind of stress and emotions these races bring. Because, oh man, you had to die twice before you come back to that position. And then, of course, our race winner, Rob Rader. Any last words from you?
Yeah, got to thank Chapman Environmental Services for sponsoring the series and also sponsoring the race car. So really cool. I didn't think we'd come out and win 2 races for sure, maybe even one of these first 2 races, and there's been some good competition in here, so just really excited to get Chapman in victory lane twice already. And then Butt Kicker also for jumping on board. They're giving us a grand prize here at the end of the season, so shout out to Butt Kicker as well. And then as Trevor said, everybody in the league, we just appreciate everybody for coming out and running with us each week, especially in a new league, and we have just a lot of consistent guys showing up, so that's pretty cool. And shout out to the entire administration team too, because putting this whole thing together has been a lot of work for everybody. So shout out to all those guys, and then of course to you for the broadcast coming in last second, really saving us there. So we just really appreciate everyone involved here.
Awesome. Well, the biggest shout out, of course, I just did the broadcast, but remember, there's somebody who actually did the broadcast and did the race, Kevin Orlando. Thank you very much for joining me. I had a lot of fun, and we'll definitely see if we can do this one more time if you guys ever need me. I really appreciate it. I thought it was a great race. Enjoyed it a lot, and I wish everybody who's watching hope had a great race as well. We're going to be back at KVK at, I think, Saturday. Saturday we have a special crazy week event. Keep in touch on Discord, and we hope to see you very soon back. Thank you all for watching.